right. Hi, everybody. Happy Memorial Day weekend, and welcome to another episode of Waters of the Deep, where our party ventured into an island to the east in search of Poseidon's children and stumbled upon this mansion where they took shelter from the rain of this misty, seemingly dead but somehow barely alive world. And then were ambushed right after discovering an undead creature chained to a chapel that said, "You shouldn't be here, you should run." And they
Yeah, I
didn't
just
listen.
shut the door and said "fuck that" and walked away.
Yep.
You were with me for that, Silt, by the way.
Yeah, you were there for that. And that was over to the right on the map over here.
Okay.
So, undead thing said, "You shouldn't be here, you should run." Shut the door. And then, about the same time, Galen and Odess opened a door back behind the half elf and the humanoid badger, and then bullshit started. So yeah, that's where we left off. First round is going to kick off with the dwarf upstairs, who is going to lean over a balcony and take a shot at good old Silt there. And hits. And you're going to take that goodness and some extra goodness for your sneak attack damage. And yeah, then he's gonna do his rogue shit. And you maintained concentration on your Hunger of Hadar. Taddy, you're up.
Um, I was trying to, I was trying to use my rope of entanglement.
Yep, you had tried that once. Are you within range for it?
Um, Double check on that. Of entanglement.
Within 20 feet of you. So yeah, you're within range
Yeah.
to the human.
Yeah. Okay. So
It's a DC 15
15.
dex save.
Yes.
He rolled an 8. So he is restrained.
Okay. Yeah, and I believe I was hiding.
You had gone around the corner and hid, yes.
Yes. To try and give myself advantage on that. That's what I was trying to do so he didn't know I was there.
I don't, because it's a saving throw, there wouldn't have been advantage on it.
Okay. All right. He didn't see it coming. So Odie, you saw me duck around the corner and hide, and then next thing you know, you see a rope shoot out from where I was hiding and wrap up the human. And now he is bound.
And that was
All right.
your action.
Yes.
So you still have a bonus action.
Yeah. Let's see. What do I got? Should be down here. There. Yes. Okay. So I am going to use my bonus action to drink one of my potions of healing.
Okay.
Not horrible. And let's see, move 15. 20. Whoa.
Yeah, that was 20.
Yeah. And 30 behind this pillar. Okay. Yeah. So action, bonus action, and movement. That's what I'm done.
Okay. That brings us to the arc. Oh, Katie, I forgot. I apologize. These guys all kind of look like Pearl in terms of the bloodlust, but they are much more feral.
Okay.
So he runs up. First great axe attack misses. Second one, he nat ones. Pearl, if you want to take a reaction shot against the orc, you may.
Well, if I'm muted, you can hear me. Do I do it now, or do I have to wait on my turn?
Yeah, so he rolled a nat 1, opening up for you to do a reaction shot. So if you want to do it now, you may. And it won't count against. It will not count against the 2 shots you get to take normally on your turn. You just won't have a reaction, but this is really all you use your reaction for. So.
Okay, so let me do that.
Okay, make sure you use the right shots.
Oh, if I target him, that would be great, wouldn't it? Sorry.
You hit him. Roll your damage.
Okay.
I think. Alright. I will drag that on him. 16 points of damage from you.
Perfect.
And I will get him targeted for you, so you're good to go for your turn.
Beautiful, thank you.
But that ends the orc's turn. Sir Waddles and Pan.
Okay.
He's not getting moved?
Oh, shit, yes, thank you. Right, go ahead, Jeremy.
He is going to use repair, which would heal him for 2d8 plus 3 hit points.
I've got mending listed as a straight 2d6.
Look under actions. It's right under force empowered rend.
And to the healing. Okay, so he does get the modifier, but it is 2d6, but he gets your modifier to it.
Okay, well, under actions, it says repair 3 times a day. The magical mechanisms...
Oh, repair. I was looking at mending. I was looking at if somebody cast mending on him. That's my bad. Yeah, 2d8 plus 3. You're right.
But just... Oh, drag that onto him. Okay.
Yep, just drag the heal right onto him. Beautiful. 8 points. So that is his action.
And he is still going to stick there.
Okay. I'm sorry, Katie, one last thing. I also had Silt shout out to not let them out of that bubble.
Okay, that makes sense. That's what I just was wondering if that's what was going on.
Yeah, that's why they're standing there hurt to shit.
No, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
This right here, is that a pillar?
You talking about this thing?
Yeah.
Yes, that is a pillar holding up the second floor balcony.
If you have A2 map up, if you look at the balcony area, you'll see the cross members.
The arch, yeah.
Yeah. So it'll kind of give you an idea of where those pillars are in regards to the upper floor.
The pillars right here, and you and Sir Waddles are like right there, underneath this balcony.
All right. Pan is going to hit Sir Waddles with a repair. Or a mending.
Mending. Okay.
And then I am going to move over here. And...
So you're mounted. So are you dismounting?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I am dismounting because I can't take much more of this, and I know it.
Okay.
As a reminder, I do believe I gave Pan a healing potion.
Yes, you did.
Okay, good. Cool. Just double checking.
Was that just a regular one?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, you have a regular healing potion, Pan.
Oh, okay.
You still have your bonus action, so.
And if I use the bonus action, then you roll for it, right?
Yep.
Okay. What is a healing potion? 2d4?
2d4 plus 4, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I just used one. 2d4 plus 2.
Plus 2. So just roll
For
with
standard.
2d4 and 6, and I'll give you an additional 2.
Okay.
Oh, I gotta give you the 6. Okay, there you go.
Okay, that's gonna be my turn though. And hopefully I'm hidden well enough now.
Alright, that brings us to the human. Brad, is it at the start of his turn?
I believe it's at the end of his turn.
For how much you use this, you think we'd have it memorized, but...
Yeah.
Or ends its turn there. Okay. So end of his turn. Beautiful. He is restrained, so these will be at disadvantage as he takes his first swing at you. Missing. And swinging his wonderful halberd around to take a swing at Silt. That one hits. That will end his turn. Go ahead and do the save.
Okay.
Wait a minute. The human did that?
Yeah.
Restrained?
Attacks are at disadvantage because of that.
Oh, okay.
You can still attack while restrained. It's just at disadvantage. He succeeds.
Which I think he takes, what, half
Yeah.
on that?
Just roll the damage. It'll do it. Okay, so 6 points of radiant damage. That brings us to Le Badger, who is going to attempt to push Sir Waddles. I need a strength check from Sir Waddles to resist the push.
He already takes the damage first, though, because he starts his turn
Yes,
there.
yes, go ahead and do that.
Is this a check or a save?
A check.
Okay.
From Sir Waddles, so it'll be a
2d6 cold.
D20 plus 2 for him. Okay, yeah. Nope, his little robot body is anchored in. He does not budge.
He's released the pylons.
Frustrated, though, the Badger is going to take a swing, which hits, but didn't crit. Always a good thing. 9 points of damage there. Odess.
Do I put his dex save on him?
Yes, end of the turn, go ahead and do the other bit. He fails, so go ahead and drop that acid damage. Another 6 points. Alright, Odess, go ahead.
Okay. So just to clarify, I believe I have my boots started from
Yes.
the beginning, right?
Yep.
All right. Let me drop that on there just so I'm tracking that.
They last for a minute, right?
I believe no, it's 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay. You're
I believe 10 minutes.
You're halfway through the first minute right now.
Okay. I just wanted to throw it on there just so I'm
Mm-hmm.
tracking what I got going on. All right. So first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to try to back out of this guy's range.
Okay. He is going to take that attack of opportunity.
Which will be
It's already at
disadvantage
disadvantage because he's restrained.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, he misses.
Okay. So I'm guessing, I don't know exactly what the range of his is. So I'm guessing it would be
You would
15.
know that it's at least 10 feet.
Okay. So I'll move at least 15 there, which means I get 30 feet. So that's half my movement there. And then
that's one more thing, Katie. Everything on this side of the wall is difficult terrain from the collapsed building.
Okay.
I'm going to test a theory. And I'm going to hit him with a Sacred Flame.
Okay. He fails. 7 points of radiant damage.
Excellent. Is this a pillar right here?
It used to be a pillar, you think. Now it's a pile of rubble surrounded by more rubble.
I was gonna say, is there a pile of rubble that I can kind of move behind, put some space between?
Like not something you could hide or easily cover behind. I mean, you can move over there to make it harder for somebody to get to you.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Putting something between me and him.
Yeah, I'd say that'd be a possibility. Just like right there.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I think of 21-foot rule.
Yeah, it's not going to give you any modifiers for getting hit or anything, but
yeah, I'm thinking more 21-foot rule.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, anything else for you?
And then I think that's action, movement. All I have is a bonus action, but I don't think
you have not cast a leveled spell, so your healing word is available if you wanted to.
But that is a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think about it. I believe that's a level 1.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna hit myself with that.
Okay.
So let me take him off. Sure, I'm targeted, and then I'm gonna hit myself with a healing word.
8 points, not bad.
Bring back a little bit of health, and that should be it for me.
All right. Well, that brings us to Galen.
I'm going to. I don't know why I have the human targeted. How does one untarget?
Because you shot him last time.
Okay, that's fine. I just wasn't sure if it was because I cast Hunter's Mark or not, so I couldn't remember.
No, you have not cast Hunter's Mark yet.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you were shooting at the human last round, so.
Yeah. Debating between the human or the half elf. Screw it, let's just do the human. And you know what? I will cast Hunter's Mark.
Okay. Burn your bonus action to mark him.
Mark him. Oh, wait. Did I do it?
Yep, and then make sure you put the one with the C on yourself.
Self. Huzzah.
Yep. And then
And then I wait for the damage for if it hits.
You roll to hit.
Okay.
If it hits, then you add the 1d6, and that's every time you hit that target, you get to add the 1d6. Why did it roll 3?
Except.
I don't think I've ever seen it roll 3 dice. I don't know, but you hit, so.
Okay.
Any of those 3 dice would have been a hit, so you didn't add the 1d6. Roll it in the chat.
Oh shit! Oh my bad. That's right. My bad.
Roll a d6 in the chat box. Beautiful.
I was too excited. I saw 3 dice and I flipped it.
You're good. All right, go ahead with your second.
I'll do my second one.
All right, 22 will hit.
All right, I'm gonna click Hunter's Mark. Do I drop it on him or on myself? Sorry.
On yourself.
Okay.
There you go. And then roll damage normal.
Damage.
Beautiful. 9 points of damage there.
Okay. And then for my bonus, I'm gonna cast Bark Skin on myself.
You used your bonus action this round to do your Hunter's Mark, which I just marked off for you.
Okay. All right, then I'll save it for next time. All right.
So.
Cool. Thank you.
Not this time, but next time. Silt.
Okay. What have I been doing?
A lot of Eldritch blasting and kind of moving around, helping where you think people need help. Okay. Last round, you were focused on the human.
Who was I focused on?
The human, right next to you there.
Right next to me. Okay. Oh my goodness. Hold on.
Does your dog have the hiccups, or is he a yipper?
No, there's somebody outside, I think. He's okay. Let's see. Guess we're not done yet. He just has disadvantage on attack rolls.
Yeah,
I don't have advantage because he's restrained.
No, you'll have advantage.
Okay. Then I will...
Fuck him up, Silt!
Yeah. I will use... Oh. Please stop! Use something on him. What do I got here? Oh. Yeah, I guess I'll use the whip. I don't have to get closer. Do I put sneak attack on me now before I attack?
Roll to see if you hit first.
Okay. See, not that. There's so many things here.
All right, so it hits. So now you put the sneak attack on you, and then roll the damage.
And back up. Oh, gross.
Oof. 7 points of damage. Combination of radiant, slashing, and cold.
And let's see. Attack again.
That one misses.
The bonus action, does it matter which hit I use the bonus action on?
No, you could use it on the first or the second one.
Okay.
You can just do it once per turn, is all.
Okay.
All right. You got anything else?
No, because I didn't use my bonus action on the first hit, so.
Alright. Brings us to the half-elf, who is going to burn a key point. If Sir Waddles wants to take an attack of opportunity against the half-elf as it turns and runs, it may. It misses.
Oh, wait, I gotta do the thing before you get rid of it. Put the cold damage on him.
Oh, yeah.
You just want me to roll that in the chat box.
He's still on the map. Or it's still on the
Oh.
map. We never determined if Filion was a boy or a girl, so I've been saying it a lot.
Where'd he go? I don't see.
Just do it in the chat box then.
Okay.
Or the combat tracker. Okay. That was the start of its turn.
You can always drop it on the listing in the combat tracker.
Okay.
That works too.
Oh, can I go back too and say that I like step back a couple of squares?
Yeah.
Okay.
Beautiful. Silt, make a perception check.
Dookie.
Beautiful. You notice, if you look at the A2 map, you heard some like scrambling and snarling coming from that back room, which is a darkness bubble from your spell. And then you heard something up above you, and you look up, and that little feral half-elf is pretty much directly above you, like perched on the railing.
Okay.
Fast little fucker. Pearl, you're up.
Alrighty. He's targeted. Let's go. Oh no.
Yeah, that's a miss. Go ahead with your second shot. One, two. Both misses. Anything else for you? Any movement?
Do I have anything to heal?
I don't know if you used your thing yet. You have your second wind if you scroll down on your actions tab.
Oh, I haven't used that yet. Should I? Let me see. How about I might? Yeah, I'm gonna do one just for fun.
Okay. Yeah, it's a bonus action. You can heal 1d10 plus 7, so that'll be 10 hit points for you. And you can do that up to 3 times. Make sure you check off the box that you used it the first time.
No, just once. Thank you.
Well, you can only do it once per turn.
Okay.
So,
well,
all right, and that's
there
it for
goes
your
that.
turn?
Yes, that's it.
All right. Silt. Oh.
Didn't we buy like? Sorry, didn't I buy some healing stuff or potion things? Or am I talking nonsense?
No, I think somebody else did.
Okay, never mind. Okay, sorry.
You all hear a loud boom come from up on the second level. And you look up just in time to see the dwarf plummeting from the second floor. And that dwarf is going to take 2d8 plus 2d6 for 23 points of damage. And then a tiefling jumps over the railing and lands. You will notice that she looks like Pearl looks like in terms of vampirism. Not feral, though. And she is going to cast a... no, she's not. That's it for her. Which brings us to the dwarf. Now for the fun stuff. He is going to pull out his crossbow. Well, he's already got his crossbow out. He's going to take a shot at Galen. Hitting. And then he is going to start taking off. Pearl, you get an attack of opportunity against the dwarf if you want. 10, 50. Bonus action.
Can I do it now?
Yeah, right now. The dwarf. Let me retarget for you.
Yeah, thank you, because I have Loki on top of me.
Okay. Do the attack.
Okay.
Misses.
Oh, never mind.
That ends dwarf's turn, though. Oh, that was too far. I wanted him there. Tatty, you're up.
All right. Right. Let's bum rush the tiefling and try and stab her.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. And we stabby again. Only this time my first hit had Vex on it, so I should have advantage on the second one.
Yep. Miss.
Damn it. Alright, bonus action to disengage.
You just used your bonus action to attack, didn't you?
Oh, I did. Shit. Okay. Scrap that movement. Yeah, I guess. I'm just gonna stand there. Hi! After I stabbed her.
As you... Hi! She turns... Hello. First time you've heard any of them speak.
Wait, you talk?
Don't most creatures? As
Whoa.
the orc comes barreling out of the next room. The orc is going to go reckless, so all attacks against the orc until his next turn get advantage. First swing misses. Pam, did you hear me?
Pan or Pam?
Pamela. All attacks against the orc will have advantage for the rest of this round.
Kind of hate him now.
No, not right now. On your turn.
No.
His second swing hits you for 19 points of damage, though. And he as a bonus action, is going to let out a bloodletting roar, which is going to prompt a wisdom save from you and Silt. Silt, you fail. You were spooked by the orc and are now frightened of it for 1 round. Which just means you'll have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of fear is within line of sight, and you cannot willingly move closer to the orc. And with that, we have Sir Waddles and Panowar.
All right. Sir Waddles is going to heal himself again.
All right.
That dwarf there, is that the one that's been shooting me a whole bunch?
Yes. You have seen him before from upstairs, so you definitely recognize him. He is behind a wall right now. So, like, you saw him fall and then get up and scatter into the next room.
So he's... So I don't know that he's actually right there, though.
No, you don't know that he's right in that exact spot, but you saw him run into that room.
Okay. Hey, could you drop me down a 20-foot cube?
Centered on a point you could see would either be there or there.
I'd like to get the orc and the stairs there without getting Pearl.
Okay, yeah, right there would do it.
Okay, because I really want her to stop getting hit by that axe.
But I like it when it hurts.
How did I know some shit was coming?
No, stepbrother. I want you to hit me with it.
Step paladin. No, sorry, it's a different step brother. I can't do it.
Step artificer.
I can't do it.
I feel dirty all of a sudden.
Sorry,
As you should, bro. As you should.
Hey, make it slippery when wet, bro.
Oh God.
Okay.
1 success, 1 failure. So the dwarf is restrained. So Pearl, just to your right, you see a bunch of spider webs shoot up out of seemingly nowhere.
Okay.
And the orc quickly unwebs himself, but you hear...
Your stepbrother just shot a load!
Oh my God.
But you hear struggling coming from the next room, like something is stuck in the web.
I want to go see.
Well, it's not your turn. I'm just describing what just happened.
Oh, you're killing me. Okay. Okay, so then can I shout?
Sure.
Something's going on in that room! And I'm going to point.
Okay.
I said that out loud, like yelling, so everybody can hear me.
Just to clarify, which room is she pointing at?
The room next to us.
Cool.
All right. Jeremy, you got anything else?
No. No, but I do need to mark off my second.
All right. Let me see. With no target in range, the human is going to try to break out of the rope. And he rolled an 18. Let me make sure that should have been. No, it's dexterity he has disadvantage on. The rope is 15. Yep. So he flexes his muscles and then relaxes and slips out of the rope and is no longer restrained. That was his action. He is going to turn back into the room and run straight up to Silt, though. The Badger going to make his 2 attacks against this robot thing he's trying to get past. First one misses. Second one hits. And I forgot to do my top of the round shit. Yep, thank you, Katie.
Mm-hmm. That ends his turn. Odess, you're up.
Okay.
The human did not heal that round. He succeeded on his throw save, Katie.
Seeing that, then let me see here. I have 30 feet of movement. I want to try to get right there to the door.
Okay.
Is he within 15 feet? Or I should say, yeah.
Nope, he's exactly 15 feet.
Okay, I just want to make sure because that puts him in range of the spirit guardians.
Yep, just go ahead and drop it on him.
My rope's at your feet, by the way, Odie.
Okay. Let me see here. I don't know why I targeted myself on that.
Because you still have yourself targeted.
Oops, there we go. That should have fixed it.
He succeeded
Stop
though,
hitting
but
yourself,
he'll still,
dude.
he'll
Stop
take
hitting
it.
yourself.
So 10 points of damage there.
Oh, that was a good little hit. Okay, so there was that. And then I'm gonna hit him with Sacred Flame.
Okay.
Hold on. I don't know. Does he pass or fail that? Because I'll have to hit him again.
Fail.
Okay. He's targeted. With that. And then once he's down.
Hold on. There is a moment when he starts to fall to one knee. And then he corrects himself and stands back up. He is looking rough, though.
All right. Then what I am going to do is, I think I still have a bonus action. I haven't cast any level spells yet. So let's see here. Target him, target Pearl. And I'm going to hit Pearl with a healing word.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Step Cleric.
That'll work.
It's not as good as Step Paladin, that's for sure.
No.
True.
Yeah, and then I'll just take another 5 feet to get back behind the wall.
Okay.
And that should be it for my turn.
That will bring us to Gallon.
I am going to attack the tiefling.
Okay.
I'm sorry, DM, could I retcon just yell something to the group?
Sure.
You would hear Otis yell, "Bring the heretics into the light!"
All right.
Silt's gonna mutter because that's clear under her breath.
I'm busy right now, dude. I'll come into the light later.
I mean, you guys would see a bunch of bright lights dancing around in a circle 15 feet around Otis. I'm just saying.
Did you not see the load he just shot all over the floor? He probably needs a timeout, dude.
I gotta have a cigarette and at least 5 minutes
Right.
recovery.
He covered 20-foot square of floor with that.
Hey, he's been holding it for 200 years.
Yeah.
Or however long this calamity's been.
I feel so much better now, though. Thanks for asking.
So Gallon, you take your 2 shots. The first one hits, and she's still up, so you take the second shot. And as it hits, you see a series of, we'll say, runes, glowing with green, what you're familiar with as necrotic energy, kind of cover her body, and she still takes the hit, but she doesn't go down.
Okay.
And she quickly turns her head at you and goes, "I'm not with them. Stop!"
Oh god.
Because
I mean,
feel
I
like
guess
that's
that's-
what Stamela would say.
That sounds like a Pam statement.
You know
All
what?
right.
Until
Yes,
you're
it
up.
God damn it, you're hitting the wrong guy.
I didn't finish my turn.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's okay. I wanted to cast Barkskin on myself.
Okay. Is that concentration? I think it is. It's not. Okay, you're good.
Is that?
Ace.
Beautiful. So your armor class is now 17 for the next hour. All right. Was that it for you, Becca?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Okay. Go ahead, Sil.
Okay, use the lucky point to negate the disadvantage on my attack, I guess.
Okay.
I'm going to bonus action change my bonded weapon to the silver claws.
Okay.
As I see this dude die and then get up, that's a no. So
We can retcon the bonus action to a quick action to say that your claws are always on. It's just a matter of whether you're using them or.
well, the bonus action, I think it's a bonus action because it's like the
bond.
warlock ritual thing.
To bond.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. First attack misses.
Okay, well, second attack not on me. Also misses.
Also misses. You just keep like looking over your shoulder, seeing if the scary orc is coming or not.
Well, that's all the attacks I got. But I'm still going to go 10, 20, 25, 30. So it will get me, like, I'm going up and over onto the balcony. That should be 30.
So you're going up the stairs?
Yes.
Okay. Are you using anything to avoid an attack of opportunity?
No.
Okay. So 5, 10, 15. Let me get that attack on you real quick.
And then if I'm still alive when I get up there, I'm going to crouch down behind the railing.
Okay. He missed. So we're going to put 20, 25, 30. So you'd be right there, just up on the next level. And crouching. All right. Anything else for your turn?
Does the frightened? Did you say that was for one turn or until?
That is until the end of the orc's next turn.
Okay, can I see him from where I'm crouching?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's like banister rails, so you can see through them. So you can definitely see
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, the point was to like get down so the angle would be the floor was hiding me from his.
Oh no, you'd have to go back into like down the hallway or into one of the rooms over there to break line of sight.
Okay.
So, all right. Well, that brings us to the half elf.
Well, I guess hold on. If that's true, can I back up to the room to the right? Is that a doorway right there?
Yeah, it is. So that puts you.
Okay, then I back up into that.
Yeah, that puts you like right there.
Yep.
That'll break line of sight. Absolutely.
Okay.
All right. So the half elf. Wrong button. Was there. Beautiful. Runs all the way around and over to you. Takes its first strike with a natty 1 if you want to do a reaction.
Should that not be at disadvantage because I can't see the orc?
I'm taking it off right now. Okay, try again.
Okay.
Still a miss. All right, second attack. Also a miss, and we are going to burn a key point. And do flurry of blows. Next strike. Misses. Jesus Christ. Last one. Hits. And we're going to burn one more on top of that to add necrotic damage. That will end little one's turn. Now it's your turn, Pearl.
Yay. Does he still has advantage? I mean, do I still get advantage?
Yep.
Beautiful.
Hits.
Cuckoo.
Thrown back 10 feet, 18 points of damage. Go ahead with your second shot, still at advantage. With a crit.
Beautiful.
Get it.
It's gonna fucking hurt.
12 d10 damage as he gets thrown back into the wall. Taking, I need 2d6 because it was a crit. Taking an additional. You see him hit the back wall, fall to the ground, and then stand up looking extremely rough.
He's never gonna die, is he? I say that out loud, and I just like in defeat, like lifting my arms in the air. He's never gonna die, is he?
Anything else for your turn?
I'm gonna be dramatic, and I'm gonna throw myself on the floor, like just being a whiny little baby.
Did you want to do another one of your bonus action heals?
Yeah, let me do
Since
that.
you got 2 more and you've got 20 hit points left.
I'll do one for fun. Hold on.
All right.
All right.
16 points, almost max. Good job.
Yeah.
That brings us to the tiefling, who is going to cast a spell on herself. You'll see those same runes kind of cover her body again. And she's going to look at you, Taddy, while glancing at you out of the corner of her eye, Gallon, and go, "Look, I used to be with them. Some shit happened. Now I'm trying to save them. Just help or stay out of my way." And she is going to move this way. So if you want to take an attack of opportunity, Taddy, you can.
I'm not, actually.
And she's not leaving Pearl's. So Pearl, this, you think, absolutely gorgeous tiefling, who very much resembles you in terms of vampirism, is now standing in front of you. She stopped just short of the web, but it looked like she was heading into the room to follow the dwarf. And that brings us to the next round, which, give me just 1 second.
Is Jacob cutting out real bad for anyone else?
Yeah.
He's starting to cut out a little
Yes.
He has been cutting out for me, too.
Okay.
Is that better?
We
I
shall
mean,
see.
So far.
yeah, you got to kind of keep going, because it seems like the more you talk, the more you start cutting out.
Okay. Not him. Not him. Okay. The dwarf. Taddy, what's your spell save DC?
Spell save?
Yes.
Spell save for what?
Well, or no, I'm sorry, not you. Pan, what's your spell save DC?
Give me just 1 second. DC 15.
Okay. So he is going to spend his turn struggling against the web to no avail. Taddy.
Bitch.
All right. I mean, she's already ran away, but I'm gonna yell, "How do we help? Guys, she's trying to save them!"
She's trying to save who?
These guys. And if there's no immediate response, I'm gonna dart over, grab a hold of my rope, and I am close enough to that I should be able to speak the command words and send it after the human again.
Yes, you can. That's a strength save, right?
It is strength or dex, your choice, based on the
I thought it was only one on the initial round.
target's choice. DC 15, strength or dex. Oh, that's the release.
That's the release. It's a dex save.
Dex save for the restraint. Initial.
All right. He is restrained again.
All right. I'm just going to say, hold still, damn it.
All right. Anything else for your turn?
Let's see. Part of my movement, action. I'm going to use the rest of my movement to duck back here.
Okay.
And
as you do, you are leaving his area, so he is going to take a swing at you. At disadvantage, of course, which misses. So just
Okay,
as you move, you hear the clink as his halberd comes down where you were just standing.
and hide.
Okay.
That's it.
I don't know why I even try. The orc is gonna shout, "You!" and blindly run forward right into the web. So, Jeremy, if you could drop that dex save on him to see if he gets restrained there or not.
On the orc?
Yes.
He jumped into your load, bro.
He fails.
That's totally on him. Haha, bitch.
He fails, so go ahead and restrain him if you would, please. I'm just gonna straighten these out.
I feel like Spider-Man.
He is going to then use his action to be all, get me the fuck out of this web, which he fails, surprisingly.
Damn.
Wouldn't have panicked.
I built that guy for strength. Fuck.
Yeah. And that brings us to Sir Waddles and Panawar. Before I forget again, every time I say Panawar, I feel like I'm saying Man of War, and it's awesome.
I'm glad I could do that for you, bud.
Appreciate it.
All right. There we go. Let's see here. Okay. So Sir Waddles is going to... He's gonna do this last time he has.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's better.
15.
Let's see, in that pan. I guess. I guess I'm just gonna do mending on him.
Okay.
I really am not sure what else to do.
Another 8 points of healing.
I guess I'll just keep this guy locked up until everybody else can come save us.
Yeah, and it sounds like a dog clawing at a door right now. Just like constant scratch marks and dings. All right. That all you got?
That is all I've got. I, for some reason, was not built. I'm built for support right now. I have very little actual attack.
All right. That brings us to
one shrimp salad, live shrimp, huh?
Who got live shrimp?
Shrimp salad.
The human struggles against the rope of entanglement and fails, remaining restrained. Badger keeps clawing away at Sir Waddles. Ooh, that's a good hit.
Crit me again?
Nope, just a regular one, but it was an 18-19. Second one misses. Odess, you're up. Oh, the human was up. He should have been hit with your Spirit Guardians, which actually would have killed him.
Well, okay.
Even if he had succeeded, he had 1 hit point. So even if he had succeeded, it would have killed him.
Okay.
Does it move with you?
It does, yes.
Oh, awesome. So we're all just gonna pin him in place, and you walk around tossing him in the salad shredder.
So I think that's 10, and that should get me out of half speed, right?
Yep.
So that leaves me with what?
40.
40 feet?
Yep.
I am gonna target the orc. Let me see if he's even. I think that says 35, which puts him in range of my Sacred Flame. So we will use that. Where'd it go? There it is.
He fails.
And then I hit him with the damage. And I'm going to yell out at him, "Bathe in the light of Poseidon, you deviant!" And then, let me see, I got 40 feet. I will move. I think I can get right about there. At 40 feet.
Yep, and drop the save on the badger.
Okay.
That bubble's 15 feet, right?
Yes, 15.
Okay. He fails. All 8 points of radiant damage to the badger.
Yep. And I think that's it for me.
All right. Galen, you're up.
Okay, so I guess they're trying to save these people, so I'm gonna...
You can see the half-elf working with Silt upstairs.
Working or attacking Silt?
Attacking. You see it
Okay.
attacking. You saw the dwarf run into the back room, and you know that the badger is there somewhere, but it's in the darkness bubble.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 30 feet this way. That human is unmoving, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very much alive.
Yeah, I thought so. I'm going to... I've never used this one before, so let me just read through it really quickly.
Okay.
Okay, maybe you can help me try and piece this together. I'm trying to entrap the half-elf in the rope trick.
Okay.
Do you have to be able to see them?
So the half-elf is upstairs.
No.
So you touch a rope, one end of it hovers upward, perpendicular.
But does that mean I have to get directly underneath them?
So there's a floor between you and it.
Okay.
So even though he's got them on the same map, technically they're over on
the
A2.
same level. Yeah.
Yeah. And rope trip wouldn't really work for that. I mean, unless it was something like flying directly above you. And
like
you
if we kicked it into it though, it would work, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you open the portal right behind the half-elf and Silt pushes it in, and then you can't stop your spell. Well, anything within inside the space drops out when the spell ends. So you could push it in.
And then just hold on to it until we could figure out what the hell we're doing with it.
Well, it's not like a bag of holding. So it's not like you can hold the entrance closed. It will be able to come out at any point it chooses.
Oh, you just cut out really big time.
It's not like a bag of holding where you can hold the end closed and it's trapped. It can come out at any point, and when the spell ends, anything inside that space drops out.
Okay.
So that wouldn't be a great spell for trapping.
I was gonna do ensnare, but it only lasts for like a minute. So
Well,
screw that.
A minute is 10 rounds in combat, so that's a hot minute.
Yeah.
That's 10 rounds of having
Okay,
something
let's do it.
restrained, which means it can't move.
If it succeeds, and then I'm going to hold on. I've got a couple things here. Let me just make sure I know what I'm doing. Okay, so that's in case something. Okay, I'm going to use ensnaring strike. It's a bonus action, so after I attack with.
So, do you want to be back where you were then? Because you can't see it from over here. You'd have to, if you wanted to get closer, you'd have to be like here.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. No, that's fine. I don't have the A2 map up, so I wasn't sure.
Okay.
No, that works. Okay, so I'm going to attack it.
Yep. So it'll be a regular attack.
Mm-hmm. So I will do that. It's a longbow. Does that miss?
That one misses.
I'm going. I meant to use lucky on that one, but that's fine because I have the stone. No, it's okay. I've got the stone of good luck, so I'm gonna re-roll.
I have to look up the stuff I gave you because I don't remember.
Oh shit! I clicked the wrong thing.
Can she use lucky?
There you go. Re-roll and attack roll.
Can she use lucky on the re-roll?
Yeah, she can.
All right, so I'm gonna use lucky.
She's using the stone, so
that's for the
to use her luck points.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, so you can call on it to re-roll one ability check, saving throw, or attack roll once per day. So you can't use this again until dawn.
That's fine. So I'm gonna use lucky on this next attack.
Okay,
to give myself advantage.
Well, hold on, because you burned your stone of good luck, so remake that attack roll. That'll let you re-roll.
Okay.
That hits.
Okay.
So you don't have to burn a luck point. Okay, so you're gonna do. That's at the start of each of its turn. Okay, so roll your damage, like you normally would. Beautiful. Okay, now drop the strength saving throw on the half-elf. And if it fails, then it gets the effect.
Can I use lucky for advantage on this roll?
Let me double check that because it's.
I think it's only for.
It's only when you make.
Oh, when I do it. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, but wait. Oh yeah. Okay. Bummer. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. You said strength saving throw.
Yep, it's under the spell there.
Cool.
They should make unlucky points that are like luck points, but instead of for yourself, it's.
Did that go?
So that was the effect.
Oh, I didn't see the whole. Oh, it's the dice. I gotcha.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
It succeeds. So you shoot your arrow, which hits the half-elf. And as it happens, you see all the vines, we're going to say seaweed because you're a sea elf, shoot up out of the ground and attempt to wrap around and restrain the half-elf. And the half-elf, being a nimble monk, quickly gets the fuck out of the way and doesn't get restrained.
So that was attack number 1.
That was attack number 1. Now remember, though,
do it again.
You can only cast a leveled spell once per turn. So you can attack again, but you can't cast again.
That's fine. I can save it for my next turn.
Yeah. That hits.
Okay, I guess that's my turn.
1 point of damage.
Thank you for walking me through that. That was the first time I've used that spell.
No, that's perfectly fine. That's what I'm here for. Silt, you're up.
If she's got her longbow as her mastery weapon, she can still apply slow.
Yes, slow does apply. So
Wait, what is that?
it is
So
slowed
the
down by 10
math-
feet until the end of its turn, or the
Oh.
start of your next turn.
So when they added the master properties to the weapons, you got to choose 2 weapons at the beginning. I don't know how many you're up to now, but I know you should have at least 2 weapons that you chose that you get to use the proper master properties on. As long as you selected your longbow, what that means is when you shoot somebody and hit somebody with your longbow, you get to apply the master property, which is slow.
Oh. Cool.
Different weapons have different properties.
When
by the
we
way.
remade characters with the 2024 rules, I just went ahead and assigned the weapon masteries based on what you primarily use. So for you, it's the longbow,
It's the longbow and the dagger. Yes.
Yep.
All right, perfect.
So the dagger has Vax. So when you hit a creature with your dagger, you get advantage on your next attack before the end of your next turn.
Cool. Cool. I'll keep that in mind.
And then your longbow does slow, so it actually slows creatures down by 10 feet until the start of your next turn.
Awesome.
Can't you change which weapons you choose every day?
You have to do at least a short rest to change your mastery weapon. So, Galen, if you wanted to switch from your dagger to your hand axe, you just have to take a short rest, and you'll be able to swap them out.
Cool, thank you.
Yep. Silt, go ahead.
Okay, well, first of all, this little creature in front of me.
It's like,
I will say to it,
if you've ever seen the movie Mama, it's like the middle child.
I haven't.
The little feral beast?
Yeah. The little
feral fuck.
I will say to it, you are a magnificent little creature, aren't you?
It just snarls as its crimson red eyes stare at you hungrily.
That's fine.
Definitely the kid from Mama.
Yeah.
I'm kind of thinking more the baby from the Kroogs.
Not as cute. But yeah.
Okay.
21
So that was
will hit.
Claws.
Your frightened is long gone, by the way.
Yeah, I just wanted to have advantage so I could do sneak attack. Where is it? There it is.
It's hiding. Sneak attack.
And
is
it's
to hide from us.
it should be closer to the top, but it's there.
So if you go into your character sheet and go to unlock and
you can move that stuff around.
Well, no, you can change the name, and if you just add a number to the front of it, you can order all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, so that was first hit. Second hit. Vex gives advantage, right?
Yes.
And that's in there.
It should be.
Okay.
You don't have weapon mastery though, because you're.
I do though.
Yeah, because you're do you?
From Rogue.
No, it's different when you multi-class into it.
What?
I don't think you do, because I think we had this conversation.
I have it on my sheet.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it's different when you multi-class, or it should be.
Well, she should have it from her base for sure.
Her base
and
is
she
a
should
warlock,
have it
though.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's under Rogue class that I have it.
Give me where's. They used to have a whole chapter on multi-classing. Gain the following traits from as a multi-class character, gain the following traits from the core rogue traits table. Hit point die, proficiency in one skill of your choice from the rogue skill list, proficiency with thieves' tools, and training with light armor. You do not get weapon mastery.
part of the reason that I chose Rogue.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and take that off your character sheet.
No. Read that multi-class one more. There's 2 bulletins. Gain the rogue's level first features, which are listed in the table.
Well,
and
don't
weapon
I
mastery.
Stand corrected.
Yes. I got you, Silt.
Thanks, man.
This is why we read all the stuff.
Yes.
All the stuff. Okay, so you do have weapon mastery.
Okay.
Which I just deleted, so now I have to put back on. That's on me, though.
Weapons mastery at first level gives you at least 2. So.
Yep, 2 kinds of weapons.
Yes.
Buddy.
So.
Pal? Buddy? Pal?
Okay.
Yeah, he's.
Wait a minute.
So, yeah, your claws have Vex, so you're good to go there.
Okay, so I will. You want me to just roll a second 20 or re-roll with advantage?
Roll a second one.
Where? Oh my gosh, there's so many words. Claws. There we go.
Still
Well, that
awesome.
misses
Another 10.
anyway.
All right.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. That brings us to the half elf. First swing. Misses. Second one also misses. I'm gonna burn another key point. That hits. 6 points of damage. Hunger of Hadar goes away as you lose your concentration. And the 4th hit misses.
Whew. Glad 3 of those 4 missed.
Yeah, that ends its turn. Pearl, you're up.
Alrighty. Let's go again.
That shot misses. That one hits. This time, as he gets blown back into the wall, his body slumps to the floor, and the crimson red drains out of his eyes into a dead white.
You're breaking up.
This time, as you hit him, his body lams against the back wall, and he slumps to the floor and doesn't move.
Is he really dead, though? That is the question.
I guess you'll have to find out.
Ugh, the stress.
Okay. Anything else for your turn?
No.
All right. The tiefling is going to cast a spell. Beautiful. So Silt, as the little feral things last strike comes at you, you put your arm up to kind of block it, and it freezes mid swing. Pearl, the tiefling will look at you and say, I don't care about the rest of them, but don't kill the furry one or the feral one. And then she's going to turn and head this way.
I look at Galen. Really?
And as she gets over here, she'll be saying the same thing. Don't kill him, don't kill him. Top of the round. Let's do this stuff real quick. Nothing. Okay, we're good there. The dwarf is going to attempt to break free again. Get rid of those. You guys are now hearing this dwarf just swearing in the back room as it struggles against
It's
the
still stuck.
web. It's a strength check. He's a rogue. He's a hardcore rogue. Taddy, you're up.
Okay. I want to run up to the human. Would it be a quick action just to grab the end of the rope?
Yeah, just to like put it in your hand. Yeah, it wouldn't cost you anything.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to grab that, use my bonus action to speak the release words.
Okay.
And then am I clear of the whatchamacallit? Ceiling?
No, you have to go another 5 feet out.
Okay. So 5 feet out and the rest of my movement up.
That was 10 to where you are now?
Yeah.
So that'd put you like right there. You've got line of sight on the half elf.
On the half elf?
Yeah.
Okay. So I am going to now use my action to speak the words of that rope that I am currently holding one end of to entangle the half elf.
All right. Automatically fails strength and dex saves because it's paralyzed. So it is restrained on top of that.
Okay. And that's my turn because that's my bonus action, and movement.
All right. Orcs down, Sir Waddles and Pan.
Okay.
The tiefling just ran up behind you with, restrain him, don't kill him.
Why?
You get enough time to ask the question, but not get an answer because of how much talking she has done.
I have no idea what to do here. Can Sir Waddles make a restraint action?
I'm gonna say no, because he's a penguin.
Fair enough to me. I can't imagine that either.
Restrained, absolutely not. I would venture he could grapple because he can bite down with his beak. Yeah,
Okay.
I'd let him grapple and push, but he definitely can't restrain a creature.
What if I cast Enlarge on him and he fell forward?
He would have a chance to dodge out of the way.
Yeah, he'd get a dex save on that, definitely. Or a dex check. I feel like that would be the same as a grapple. He'll just take a little bit of damage at the same time.
Yeah, because I mean, I want to restrain him because I want to know what the thought is behind this, but I also want to make sure ribs are breaking during this conversation. Because he's hit me a lot.
Fair enough.
You're not saying that out loud, right?
Yes.
You are saying it out loud?
This is Pan's thought process. He
doesn't have an inner dialogue, guys.
No.
I don't know if you guys have figured this out yet, but
Pan's mouth
been rolling
is
with him for
dialogue.
Yeah. Caddy's been rolling with him for what, a month now or something like that. I figured that out a long time ago.
Yeah. If he's saying it out loud, I'm gonna look at him and be like, "I got you, little buddy."
Okay. So I am. Do I have to target Sir Waddles or?
You're just enlarging him?
Yes.
All right. First question, is that a concentration spell?
Is that a what?
Okay. So by casting Enlarge on him, you're letting go of the concentration on your web spell.
Oh, that's right. The web is concentration, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just making sure you're aware before you follow through.
I was not. I did not realize that was concentration. Okay, yeah, that definitely changes things. Concentration up to 1 hour. Okay. Yep, that'll teach me not to read my spells. Okay. I guess in that case, Sir Waddles will attempt to grapple.
All right. Make a...
Bite his leg! Bite his leg!
Yeah, so this is going to be a little different because it's Sir Waddles. Because he's not...
I think what he does is he extends his flipper straight out, and he's attempting to lift him off the ground like a toddler by under his arms and holding him far enough away that he can't kick him.
I'm going to say have him make an attack roll. And if he hits, it won't do damage, but he'll be grappled. Hey, that's a hit.
And now all I can hear is Betamax's voice in my head. Furry baby, calm down.
All right. So that's Sir Waddles.
I am going to cast a Cure Wounds on myself.
All right.
At second level. Because that red was making me nervous. And that will be my turn. Now I'm just staring at the tiefling, giving her the cocked eyebrow. not realizing I've just said all that out loud.
All right. And that's it for your turn?
That's it.
But you've been around for 200 years. You should know that you say shit out loud by now. Just putting it out there.
I think everybody has just literally looked at him and been like, that is adorable and creepy, and then they just kind of back away.
All right. He is going to attempt to break the grapple, which does not work. But what he does then is where is it? He is going to take his claws and run them up his forearm. And all three of you can see this. As he runs it up his forearm, he takes some damage.
Like his own forearms?
Yes, he is carving into his own flesh.
Okay. All right.
And as he does so, Odess. Oh, sorry. He takes 2d8 damage. So an additional 3. Odess, you feel your body start to bloat. As if you instantly put on just like 40 pounds of fat. Your skin feels tight, and little movements seem to hurt, although they don't cause you any hit point damage. For the next minute, you have disadvantage on strength and dexterity checks, and for every attack you take an additional 1d8 necrotic damage.
You keep
I
breaking
couldn't
up
hear that
there.
last, Matt. You're breaking up pretty bad.
Sorry. So he carves up his forearm and draws a little rune with the blood. And as he does so, your body bloats. For the next minute, you have disadvantage on all strength and dexterity checks, as well as taking an additional 1d8 necrotic damage every time you get hit.
Every time I get hit, or every time I hit something?
Every time you get hit.
Okay.
And that ends his turn. Odess, you're up. Oh, it was his. It was his turn. Drop the thing on him.
Yep.
Success.
As he clawed himself, I would be looking at the tiefling and being like, he was like that when we found him.
Make an insight check.
Who, me or
no, Pan?
Oh,
yeah. Go ahead with the rest
Pam
of your
or
turn. Pan-O-War.
Okay, so while he's doing that, he gets hit by the spirit guardians, and then Otis is going to touch the ground right at the badger's feet, and he is going to cast Stone Shape. And I am going to encase
Odess.
Hmm.
He's picked up off the ground right now. Does that matter?
Even better. That's fine. He doesn't have to be on the ground.
Okay. All right.
No, it's all good.
I didn't want Jacob to trip us up over that.
No, because I can shape any rock that is a medium size or smaller, or a section of stone no more than 5 feet in any direction, and form it into any shape that I would like. So I would like to form an encapsulating thing trapping the badger in stone.
Are you going to put that badger in a cat carrier?
Pretty much. Ideally, what I want to do is restrain his hands and most of his body, because I'm guessing he's probably over 5 feet tall, especially since he's off the ground. So.
Okay. Yeah. No. Definitely like kind of like one of those old school torture devices where they X the person out before they go to work on them. That's kind of what it is. It's just made out of stone instead of wood. So I will say he is completely restrained now.
So that is now done with. I will come over here. Let me see. I got 60 feet of movement. Or actually, before I leave, I'm going to look at Pan and be like, "You good?" Make sure he
Give him a
doesn't need
thumbs
anything.
up.
Cool.
As Odess shouts you good, Jeremy, you were looking at the tiefling and you see pure concern in her eyes. Kind of like she's kind of acting like the mom trying to get past the police barricade at a school shooting right now. Horrible example, I know, but that's the best way I could think to describe it.
Okay.
I'm going to move just outside of the bubble since I heard sound coming from this direction, and I'm going to ask, can I see any portion of the dwarf? I know he's not there, or I don't know where he's at, but from where I'm at, could I see him?
So you can see him where his token is, and you can see him struggling against the web. I'm going to say, so he's restrained, so you get advantage, but it's a corner shot. So any ranged attack is going to have a -5 to it.
Excellent. It's actually going to be a save.
Okay. Yeah, you can see him, so that works.
He's not good at those.
Depends on the kind of save. If it's a dex save, that's his bread and butter.
Might be. Unless
Fair.
if he's restrained. That gives him disadvantage. All right, so nothing.
Yep, he still succeeds. So.
All right, so I think that was 30 feet.
Yep.
I will get back behind the pillar.
All right. That's it for you?
That's it for me.
All right, Gallon.
So the two that are supposed to be restrained are restrained, right?
As far as you know, yeah.
Well, it's kind of objective met. I'm worried about Silt though. I'm gonna go over there. Get as close to Silt as possible and toss her a healing potion.
You can hand it to her by standing right there.
I'm gonna hand her. Actually, I'm gonna take my full action. Can I administer it to her? Or am I not close enough?
No, I'm gonna say around the corner with this thing there. It's too awkward for you to reach over. You can hand it to her though.
Okay, I'm gonna hand it to her.
Okay. Katie, you have a regular healing potion for
I'll mark
use
it off
at
my
your
sheet.
discretion. Anything else for you, Gallon?
No, I think that's it.
All right, Silp.
Did I hear any of the tieflings speaking?
Oh yeah, she has not been quiet about it.
Okay. Well, I will. What will it take? I want to just hoist this little feral thing up and carry it down there.
I mean, it's your character. You know how much it weighs.
Oh yeah, no, I have.
You tell me.
I have plenty of ability to do that. Is it an action to do that though? Because I want to take the healing potion.
No,
you could bonus action healing potion.
I think your half-elf character is light enough that it would be a bonus action to pick it up.
Okay, then I will action take the healing potion.
All right, I will give you 10 hit points.
Okay, thank you. And I will bonus action hoist it over my shoulder. Okay. And let's see. 10,
and we're going to call 15. That giving it a grappling condition at the same time. For as long as you're carrying it, it'll be grappled, restrained, and paralyzed.
Restrained, grappled, and paralyzed. That's about, I think, that's what it needs.
Yep. And
I think I can make it right there.
Yep, 30 will put you right there. All right. Anything else for you?
No, because I think it's pretty self-evident that the tiefling would be able to see me at this point. So.
At the end of the half-elf's turn, it gets to remake this save. Which it fails again. So it remains paralyzed. Pearl, you're up. Pamela.
Oh, sorry, I didn't even hear you said anything. My bad.
Sorry.
So I guess he's dead.
Yeah, the orc has not moved. I mean, you don't really know if it's dead, because you haven't gone in there to check, but it looks dead.
I ain't going there to check.
Okay. You're aware of the dwarf and the tiefling running around saying, don't kill the badger and the half-elf. And you just saw Odess walk up and shoot something into that back room and then step back.
I'm gonna go and ask him what's going on. What do you need help with?
Are you asking Odie?
Yes.
Huh?
If you're asking me, I'm gonna be like, hey, kill that thing in that room.
What is it?
Thing.
It's short, angry, and I have no idea.
That's
If-
great.
If it's got the characteristics it had when we last saw it, it reeks too.
I forgot to narrate that. You guys can all smell it.
Advantage
Yeah.
for targeting?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, Otis is just gonna point and be like, shoot that motherfucker.
So I'm gonna stand right here. Why can I move?
Trying to
Here.
go up here so you can see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I see it from here?
You can see
Did I
it,
get it?
but it's around the corner, so it's still going to be a +5. Or, sorry, a -5 to hit. So just the bottom left corner, click the -5, and then roll to attack.
Yeah, we'll do it anyway.
And you got to click that every time you roll, so.
That's cool.
First shot misses.
Of course.
I will say, though, it takes a hole out of the wall. Which would make it a -2 instead of a -5. But you hit regardless, so you're good there. Roll damage.
Cool.
It's a fucking cannonball. It's got to take out the wall at some point.
Yeah.
Of course. That's what we did it for.
Yeah, the wall behind the orc is just scattered with cannonball holes from all the shots you've missed up to this point. So 14 points of damage there. Anything else?
You ain't kidding. It does smell.
Dude, all I can think of is Jack Sparrow. Quit blowing holes in my ship!
Is that it for you, Pearl?
Yes.
Okay. Tiefling is going to run around and into this room and cast a spell. When she casts the spell, the badger falls unconscious. As she casts it, her body gets shimmered with those necrotic colored runes again. And her body develops golden cracks. You know, like when marble cracks and then you backfill the cracks with a colored epoxy or something. It's kind of like that, but it's on her skin. and her skin now looks like cracked marble with golden epoxy filling it. And she kind of falls to her knees as she ends or stops casting this or finishes casting the spell. I am horrible with words today. The dwarf is going to make a strength check. What was your DC there, Jeremy?
15.
Beautiful. The dwarf, Pearl, you'd see the dwarf break free and then take off.
Oh boy. Okay.
Nobody else is aware except for you.
Okay.
Action. Bonus action. Taddy.
All right. God. He's down. You brought that one down.
Was the dwarf one we needed to restrain?
No.
Okay.
So, so Pana Wars load. Is it just on the floor? If I keep hovering, would I get stuck in it?
It's, per the spell, has a depth of 5 feet. So it's a thick load.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I can I hover 5 foot off the ground and stay off that shit and still go around that corner?
Yeah. Let me hold on one second here. Let me. Central point is there. Okay, so it says it fills a 20-foot cube centered on the point of the spell. So the point of the spell is right at the base of the stairs, kind of in that doorway there.
Right.
If the webs aren't anchored between solid masses, it has a depth of 5 feet. Otherwise, it fills the cube. So that doorway is blocked with the exception of the 2 cannonballs that Pearl just shot through it.
So there's holes.
2 cannonball-sized holes, which are too small for you to avoid the web.
Really?
Yes.
Come on. I mean, I'm a
Now,
4 foot tall
you'd still,
fairy.
but your wings emanate out from your body.
So if I wanted to, like,
it's not like making yourself small and crawling through a tunnel hole. You have a wingspan, so you're not going to be able to fly through these holes.
But I'm imagining myself throwing myself like a bullet through the hole, like
Torpedo.
Up in the wings.
Torpedo.
Yeah, right through the hole. Can I? Here, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna throw a perception check at you. Do I think that I can make it through that hole if I torpedo through it?
You think there's a chance. And
So
I'm
vague.
gonna call it an well, he rolled a 13, so he gets a vague
That's
answer.
fine. It's just I love it.
I put it in the tower, so I have no clue what I rolled.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Well,
yeah,
yeah.
I was gonna let you tell me I did whether I did or not.
So you think there's a chance?
Okay.
I, as the DM, am gonna call it an acrobatics roll.
Yeah, definitely. I expect to see an acrobatics in there. But I'm not going to attempt it if I don't even think I can.
Can I ask a question here?
Yeah.
Does anybody know that this room to the south, that there's another doorway into that room? Like, would
Yes.
Taddy know that you could get
You
around
and I-
that way?
Yeah,
You and I know.
4 people have been in there and are aware of that door.
Okay.
That was the first room that you and I went and checked. So
Actually, I think
Okay.
the only person who isn't aware is Gallon.
So Taddy would know that he can get into that room without
Yeah.
torpedoing through web.
yeah,
But that's not
no,
cinematic.
That's true. I'm
totally aware of the fact that I'm totally aware of the fact that there's another way around, but it's
okay.
slower. I want to get in there now.
I get it. I feel you.
All right, so I'm gonna move over here, roughly 10 foot.
Yep, and that'll put you out on the other side if you roll a successful save.
Yeah, I want to aim myself for that hole a little bit there. This is why I want a more straight shot. So my intentions are to, well, I guess, can I use my cunning action to dash to get that extra past the webbing? If I make it,
I'm with what you're trying to do. I'm gonna put you on the other side of the webbing if you succeed, regardless of your movement speed.
Okay.
Just because of the nature of what you're trying to do, and I'm only giving you an extra 5 feet, so I'm not too worried about it.
So, where's what?
Acrobatics.
Oh, there's my acrobatics. Come on, buddy. Come on. 15. Come on.
Hey, that's
a pretty good roll.
So, Galen, Silt, Pearl, and Odess, you all watch Taddy kind of fly down from the balcony, look at the hole, lean back midair, and then like do a spinning dive through this web hole. And he makes it 5 feet before he gets caught up on the web.
Oh no.
And now he looks like a fly.
Oh boy.
Trapped in a spider web.
Step on it.
Oh, Patty, don't flop around your poor little wings.
No, I was trying to put those new rules in because if I saw him after I shot through, I was going to throw a dagger. I was putting those new rules into play, man.
So, to clarify on that rule, I don't know if that would have applied here.
Why?
Because this is like, okay, if he was still where he was on the other side of the wall, and you were trying to do that to get directly to him, and an attack was part of the cinematic experience, you know, like you do the spinning torpedo through the cobweb hole with your dagger out above your head, then you get advantage on it. Because the attack is part of the cinematic. But being cinematic for move like that, you know, it's a gray area. It's a case-by-case basis. It's still new, so I probably would have given it to you.
I was going to try it.
But I'm laying the groundwork now for you might get told no in situations like this. Because your cinematic is just for the movement. It's not for the attack.
Oh, the attack. Okay.
Yeah. That's where that house rule comes in. If you narrate a cinematic way of attacking, you know, like if you're up on the second balcony and you do a backflip to come down with your sword and crack somebody in the top of the skull, and you pass the check, then you'd get advantage on, you know, because it involves the attack.
Well, I would have said that I was going to attack with it, but I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to see him when I came through. That's why I was waiting to say something.
Oh, no, you can clearly see that he wasn't there when you went to do that.
So, okay. Well, then I guess I'm going to use my action to try and shamefully get myself out of the web.
The DC is 15. It's a strength check.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
No.
Nope, you are.
My turn to dismiss it?
Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. Because it doesn't cost anything to dismiss it.
I will dismiss it right after he fails to break free.
I was going to narrate it if you weren't going to say it. You sit there for 6 seconds and watch Taddy struggle and struggle and struggle, getting more caught up, and then you snap your fingers and the webbing just all disappears.
Damn.
I got you, buddy.
Thanks, man.
And these are the moments that make D&D fun.
Okay, so by him doing that took my whole turn? No movement?
You've still got 10 feet of movement.
Okay, then I'm going to...
And a bonus action.
Okay. Then I will move this way. Do I see him?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna go one against this wall. Like, just hug the wall and try and hide. I don't.
Okay, stealth at disadvantage. It's like, what's his name from Guardians of the Galaxy? I've learned the art of standing so still you can't see me.
Yeah, against the wall.
And you still roll a dirty 20, because fuck rogues. Alright. Sir Waddles and Panawar.
Okay. I am going to healing word this tiefling.
Okay. Okay. You feel your magic flow in the manner that you know it worked. You see no visible change, though.
Well, I'll have Sir Waddles hand her the cat carrier.
I mean, it's a giant cat carrier. This humanoid badger's like 7.5 feet tall, so it's a pretty big carrier. It's not a hand it thing.
Okay, well, he's gonna set it down,
Okay.
wipe his flippers, and back away.
All right. So we will. Do that. All right. Anything else for you?
No.
The badger is unconscious, which I forgot to put on him. Odess.
Give him 1 second. He'll be back at his computer. He had to let the dog out.
Okay, Becca, you go ahead while you're waiting on. We're
Oh,
waiting
no.
on him.
He's coming right now.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
All good.
All right. Well, seeing as the badger's been dealt with, have we dealt with the half elf yet?
The half elf is like frozen in a mid kick position, as well as it has the rope of entanglement wrapped around it, and it's being carried over Silt's shoulder.
All right. So let's see. I'm gonna chase this thing.
So it's just a dwarf we're really after right now.
All right. I'm gonna run 35 into there with 25 remaining, and I'm going to see if I see the dwarf.
You do not.
So I'm assuming that I see a door here, and a door here. Correct?
Yes. This door is the only door that is closed.
That is closed.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, I'll move 10 to the doorway there.
Okay.
Leaves me with 15 left. See if I see anything.
That is a busted down, was once a kitchen, and you can see out the window to see the graveyard over here.
I heard you can see out the window to see, and then you broke out.
To see the graveyard over here.
Okay.
And that's all you see.
Okie doke. Is this an opening by chance?
That is a stone door.
A stone door. Got it. Okay. Well, seeing nothing in there. With 15 feet of movement, I'm going to move there. that'll be the end of my movement, and I'll see if I see anything in there.
That door's closed.
Oh, that's right. That door's closed.
So yeah, you don't see anything.
Okay. Well, that's the end of my turn. I will hit Tatty with a healing word.
Okay.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Try to get some life back in us.
All right, Galen, that's you then.
Sorry, my cat's like all over my screen. Give me 1 second.
Oh, good.
Okay. How restrained is that elf? Restrained and grappled. Okay. Not knowing about that back room, do I know that they're looking for the dwarf?
You would have seen the dwarf run back that way. So I feel like it'd be easy enough to put 2 and 2 together that the dwarf went that way and they're going that way. That's probably what they're doing.
Okay. I'm gonna assume that they have it handled, and I'm gonna use my last healing potion on myself.
Okay.
Considering we're not done.
As an action?
Yeah.
Okay. Gave you the 10.
And, yeah, that's gonna be my turn. Can I actually, scour through anything on the human to take?
You absolutely can. I will, well, not the calendar. I will put it in the party sheet here. Doesn't have a whole lot on him. A halberd and some plate armor.
A halberd and some what?
Plate armor.
I'll take them all.
It'll be in the party sheet here in a second.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I'll just make that my turn for right now.
I am like lagging hardcore right now. All right, Silt.
I will come over here to the action using cat speed to make up after 30 and ask the tiefling, you want me to put this down?
She looks absolutely and utterly exhausted and doesn't respond as she turns to you.
Okay, then I think I'm just going to keep holding it since it adds a level of protection.
Okay. Is that it for you?
Yeah, I can't really do anything else.
Okay.
Actually, I will. Well, what is it today? Yeah, no, that's it.
Okay. A moment later, the half-elf succeeds on its save and begins squirming against the rope and your grip. Can't do anything to try to break out of it right now, but it does start squirming in the rope. Pearl, you're up. Galen, those items are in the party sheet. You can drag them into your inventory from there.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Pamela, what you got?
Well, I'm gonna get close to where Tatty is. trying to go in. Like, hello.
Okay, that's 15 feet of movement.
Do I see anything special that they haven't already seen?
No.
Can I keep going in? That's a bonus action.
You can use the rest of your movement.
Yeah.
35 will put you right there.
Okay. Perfect.
All right. Anything else for you?
No, not right now.
Okay. The tiefling who had turned back to face you, Silt, comes up and takes the half-elf's hands, you know, like when you cup a baby's cheeks, sort of, and does that and closes her eyes and starts chanting. And as she chants, the green necrotic runes float around her body, and you can see the cracks in her skin worsening.
You're cutting in and out real
You're
bad.
cutting out really bad.
Ay Dios!
Yep. Just like that.
So she cups the half-elf's hand in her head in her hands and begins chanting. And as she chants, those necrotic runes float around her. And as she's casting this spell, the cracks in her skin worsen and deepen and then refilled with the gold. And as the spell ends, the half-elf in your arms falls unconscious. And the tiefling falls to the ground panting.
I don't know.
You... where is it? Hold on, I got a thing here. Where'd it go? There it is. As she falls to the ground panting, you see the... I'm just going to call it a badger, even though you don't know what a badger is, begin to shapeshift, slowly reverting to a human. All right. We'll go one more round, Tatty.
All right. I mean, no. Okay, so 15 feet. Is this door open or closed?
It's open.
Okay. When I left, it was closed. So I'm gonna say, hey, when I left this room, this was closed. So I'm gonna walk in here, my last 15. There's a door over here, right?
Yeah, there's a stone door right in front of you.
Okay, I'll just use my cunning action to move a little closer.
Okay.
Try and open the door.
Yeah, it pushes open. It reveals a small chamber with some busted up beds in it, as well as another door immediately to your left there.
Okay. And that door's closed?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna say I don't see him back here. I don't know, and then I'm use the last of my movement to come back out.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. That's it, because we're hunting the dwarf and I don't see him. So.
All right. Sir Waddles and Pan.
Pan is going to help the tiefling up.
How?
Like offer her a hand and pull her up.
Okay. So you reach out to offer her a hand, and she doesn't take it. She's in a kneeling position. Her arms are just down at her side, and she's just kind of staring at the ground, maybe 5 feet in front of her.
Are you okay, lady?
She doesn't respond or seem to notice that she even heard you.
I am going to look at Silt and shrug my shoulders. Okay. Oh, and I'm going to cast my last Cure Wounds on Silt. She looks pretty rough.
All right.
Thank you.
Anything else for you or Sir Waddles?
No.
Odes?
Well, if Tatty said that out loud, then I'm gonna go help Tatty.
Yeah, I did.
So I would say I would probably move into the room.
You said there's nothing there, right? Or you didn't see anything there? Okay.
Yeah, I don't see him back here. There's another door leading out, but I don't see anything. I don't know where he is.
Okay. Then I mean, I guess I would open this door that's in front of me.
Okay.
Oh God.
You step up and open it, and you see the same thing I described last week. It's a undead humanoid strapped to the front of this altar, and as the doors creak open, he lifts his head and says, "You didn't run."
You can hear Daddy go, "Fuck, dude, no, not that one. It's that weird bitch."
He's gonna look at Tatty and be like, "What do you mean we didn't run?"
That's what she told us to do, and I just shut the door. I tried to come get you, but then these people showed up.
I would yell out to the rest of the group, "Hey, we got a live one-ish, live-ish in here, I guess. I don't know." And then I would go into the room, which I think I moved 15 to get there. So
you moved 5 to get to where you are right now.
Okay.
Above table Silt, you would be aware of the woman in the other room because you were with me when I opened that door and shut the door.
You don't know if it's a woman or a man. It's like scraps of flesh on bone type situation.
I'm going to step in the room and take a look around and see what I see. See if I recognize anything.
You see what was once a chapel and has since been ransacked. And that's about all you got with a casual glance.
I'm going to stay there for my turn. I think with 6 seconds, I don't really have much more time to ask any questions or say anything. So with that, I will yield my turn.
All right. Galen?
Yeah. Would I have seen Pearl blow that orc into that room?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna go to that room. And I'm also going to eventually, once I get close enough, I'm going to ransack its body.
30 will put you right there.
Yeah, so next round.
All right, and that's it for you then?
Yeah.
All right, Silt, you now have a unconscious body wrapped in rope.
Okay, well, I will. The tiefling seems pretty unresponsive, yes?
Yes.
I guess I'll try to telepathically ask her what she needs. Maybe speaking's just too much work. Do I assume that that's no reply?
You're getting a reply. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
In your head, so.
In my head. Okay.
Yeah.
It's all in your head, Katie.
Yep, I know it. Don't I know it?
So you speak out to her telepathically, and you hear a response. And almost as soon as the response ends, you see those golden cracks cover her body as she turns almost like a golden statue, but then crumbles away to dust.
It better have been a Pam-like response, by the way.
Okay. Well, I can see that both of this human in a stone cage and the half elf, they're both unconscious.
Yes. As well as restrained.
Okay. I'm gonna. I don't think there's anything useful I can do right now. I think what I'm going to do is I don't know.
Okay. Will you take
maybe just ready? I'm gonna ready. No, I'm not. I'm just not gonna do anything.
Okay. I'm gonna call us out of combat at this point.
Okay.
So who would like to do what?
Eddie's coming over here because he's still looking for that dwarf.
Yeah, make a perception check as you come out the door.
$15.
You don't see anything.
Where'd you go, you bastard?
As you stand there calling out into the rainy darkness, because that storm is still going very heavily, you hear the close howl of a creature yet to be determined.
Oh, I'm gonna... There's a door here, right?
Yep.
Yeah, shut the door. Fuck that, guys! There's something out there. Fuck that. I'm out. Odie! And I'm gonna go with Odie.
You run over to Odess. I think that's a good stepping stone. Odess, what do you do?
Without approaching this thing, I'm going to ask it, why would we have run?
Because
Run from what?
I told your friend to run. They don't like visitors.
You told this guy?
Yeah.
With the kind of thumb pointed over the shoulder.
And the other one with all the fur.
Yeah. Caddy's just gonna nod his head and go, yeah, they did. Like I said, as soon as they said it, I just shut the door and I came to get you guys. And then the hell broke loose.
Otis is gonna let out a chuckle and he's gonna look at the undead thing and just be like, you're gonna have to learn. This guy, he don't listen to no one.
Yeah.
Well,
he's right.
By the looks of you, that was very nearly your problem.
I mean, yeah, if it wasn't fun, if that's what you're talking about. But who are these people? You speak cryptic. Give it to me straight,
People,
buddy.
how about we start? Who is that? Who are you?
Yeah, well, there's that too. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll start with that. I'm gonna look over my shoulder. Hey, good question.
Thanks, buddy. Hey.
I gotta find my notes. Give me a second.
Yeah, as soon as Teddy goes, hey, thanks, buddy, I'm gonna turn around and be like, yeah, who are you?
I wrote it down, and I can't find it.
Okay. Blank name. Fill in later. We'll move on.
No, because I need the rest of the notes for the questions you guys are gonna ask him.
Oh.
Here we go. Got it. I am Sir Vladimir Horngard, formerly of the Order of the Silver Dragon. Welcome to my home.
Valdir, Vladimir, what was his name? Vladimir what?
Horngard. I'll put it in the chat.
I don't. As I kind of tilt my head and put my fingers to my chin, like, you like just hanging out around here like that?
Of course not.
Oh, well.
I
mean, you said it's your house, and
restrained.
Here you are hanging.
It is my house. It doesn't mean I am in control of my house, but it is my house.
Were you gonna eat people if you come down? Odie, should we let him down?
I have but one purpose, and that purpose doesn't involve any of you.
What might that purpose be?
That is a long, sad story.
Well, we're all just hanging out, buddy. Why don't you just go ahead and give us that story?
So let's jump over to everybody not in the chapel real quick and see what they're doing before we get into that. Galen, you said you were looting bodies.
Yep, the usual.
Beautiful.
Specifically the orc body at the moment.
Particularly the orc body is wonderful.
I don't think he had much. If you're going off the character sheet, I don't think he had much.
I'm not going off the character sheet because I don't have access to those character sheets because it was Brad's campaign. So I had to kind of freeball remaking them. You find I was going to ask you for them, Brad, but that would have given away what was going to happen. So
gotcha.
I remembered names and classes and I had all the tokens, so I freeballed it. Yeah, no, he just has a great axe on him.
Wait, what is it? You cut out.
He has a great axe on him.
Oh, okay.
Which, you note, even given the massive swings and... Because, like, every time he missed Pearl, he hit a wall. But you note that this axe is not dinged or dented. It doesn't even have blood on it.
Dope. Yeah, I'm gonna take that.
It's in the party sheet.
Cool.
Roll a Constitution check.
Man, just right.
It would be me, that's for sure. Always grabbing and touching something. All right, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna throw this out there because I know you're on the newer side. We were fighting things that were some type of possessed evil shit going on, and you're just grabbing shit off of them.
She holds up
Yeah,
the
no, this is-
handfuls of equipment. She's like, so I should put this back?
I mean, no, it's just pretty standard. I mean, I touch hallucinogenic mushrooms, so just assume I'm gonna take my chances and touch it.
Okay.
It's in character at this
horns.
point.
Very much so.
Hope you like the horns. Ah.
All right. What else you doing, Gallon?
No, that's about it.
Okay.
Probably head out and join the others.
Which others? There's 2 groups right now.
The ones over to the left. With Silt in them.
Okay. Speaking of which, Silt and Jeremy, what are you guys up to?
You said she like basically turned all gold and then crumbled into dust.
Yep.
Is the dust still there?
Nope. It seemed to blow away with an unfelt wind and scatter.
Oh.
Hmm.
You weren't thinking about making soup, were you?
Oh, bone broth. Mm.
No, but I thought whatever she might be a good alchemical or magical item creation type part.
They're trying to turn you into soup, Pam.
No, not we. Pan of War is.
Oh shit, we lost that other character. Okay. I didn't see that. I didn't catch that.
Yeah, she, like he said, gold things went around. She turned to dust and then blew away. Now you're all caught up.
Well, I'm going to come in here and try to like gently poke this one awake. Still carrying the other one.
He doesn't budge or wake when you poke him.
I'm gonna look at Anne and say, I think they might be okay now. The tiefling said to tell him that she kept her promise, so I'm guessing that means they're not whatever they were.
Huh.
But they're still very asleep.
So what do we do with them?
Don't know. Can I roll like an insight or something to see if I understand how to wake them up or have any ideas?
I will let you roll an Arcana check to see if you can determine, based off the spell she cast, what influence they're under.
Okay.
I feel like that's a
Here
good
we-
direction to go.
Then
Oh,
make that too.
Oh, nice.
There you go. Yes, you
Never
can make
mind.
you
I
can
was
make it
worried.
as well, Pan. So you're not Pan, you don't know.
Yeah.
You know it was magic, but you don't know exactly what. Silt, you had seen something very similar in your childhood days living in the castle, and it very much resembled a greater restoration spell. But there was some type of ritual difference to it. It's like a homebrewed greater restoration, if that makes sense.
is what she cast on them.
Yes. And by your best guess, they are unconscious because they're exhausted.
Okay.
like their body is healing right now type situation.
Okay, then I'd tell Pan that they need time to sleep. And I'm going to set the little one down next to the big one.
Okay.
And go, well, where's everybody else?
Clear over there.
Oh, I wonder if they found the creepy undead chained up thing.
Gallon and Pan, you have no clue what she's talking about.
I got nothing for you.
You don't want to. I'm not feeling motivated. Above table, Silt is not feeling motivated to go deal with it.
Pan will go. That sounds interesting.
Okay. So Pan's gonna
I
start
would follow.
scurrying.
Yeah.
I guess
Yep,
I'd
he'll-
follow.
Yeah, I'd follow
he'll-
Pan.
He'll hop on
With a-
his faithful steed.
With a big sigh.
All right. And Pearl, what have you been up to / doing?
I am just trying to find anything that might be interesting in here. So I guess I'm just gonna try to go to the other room with everybody else.
Yeah, it's all busted, rotted. There's not really anything of use. But you all kind of gather in the chapel just as this undead thing starts telling his story. And Brad and Mike, can you remind me what you prompted for?
We were in the middle of asking him who he was. He gave us his name and said that he was formerly the Order of the Silver Dragon. And then I think at some point he said something along the lines of he had a mission or something.
You asked what his purpose was, and he said it was a long story.
Yeah.
So you would all enter the chapel right as he begins that story. It was.
I was going to say before he started, I was going to yell out, "Hey guys, story time!"
Okay.
Undead guy's going to tell us a story. Come on in.
But he would begin in that same almost Russian accent that I did, that I'm not going to monologue in because I won't be able to maintain it. It's going to come and go, so don't judge me. It was many centuries ago. Probably at least 4, maybe 5 now. It's hard to keep straight. But there was a great warlord who invaded these lands. He attacked everybody, sweeping across the land, shedding shadow and darkness as he went. My order was sworn to protect the weak. We housed refugees. We took in homeless. We cared for the orphans of this great war that lasted many decades.
Pan's wiping a tear away from his eye.
I figured. There was a moment when we almost thought that we were going to win. This great warlord was slain. I watched him fall in battle myself. That night, a dark mist took over the land, and we fell into shadow. The next day, as we rode out to start clearing his soldiers and troops from the lands, there he was, at the head of his army once again. We fought for many, many years, fighting him back, and then he'd fight us back. It was a lot of back and forth, if you catch my drift. And ultimately, he gave up. not so much gave up, but it stopped being an active war. Especially once we realized that we were all trapped in this land. None can leave, and that is how I came to be. I swore an oath to destroy this great warlord, who seemingly could not die, and I myself was slain in battle, only to return as this thing you see before you. It is only my oath that allows me to keep my cognition and my wits.
Sorry, making notes. Taddy, if you got anything, bud, all you.
No, I mean, at this point, I'd say it sounds like this dude's straight. You gotta cut him down. I mean, it's his place, and he obviously doesn't sound like he's looking to kill us, so...
What if he is the warlord?
Yeah, who's this warlord?
He goes simply by Strahd, but his full name is Count Strahd von Zarovich.
But how do we know he's not lying?
Make an insight check.
Oh, I ain't inciting nothing.
Fucking natty one.
You all think he's telling the truth.
Yeah, so I'd say, I mean, like, we are in unknown territory, guys, and this guy's from here, so, and he doesn't seem to be bad. He just got in a fucked up situation. As I start walking slowly in that direction,
I would ask how he got tied up and who tied him up.
Yes, that was what I was going to ask.
There was
why
a group of foreigners, maybe. Oh, it's hard to keep track of time, but maybe 6-7 months ago, maybe a year or 2 or 5. I'm not sure. Time is weird for me. But they came. We had a very similar discussion to what we are having now, you and I. But they agreed to help me with my purpose, which is to stray Strahd von Zarovich and free the lands from his grasp. The next time I saw them, they were under his gaze, doing his beckoning, serving him, cursed with his affliction. Knowing that they could not outright kill me, they restrained me to keep me from my purpose.
It's...
Hold on. Why couldn't they outright kill you?
I have been killed many times over the centuries. I stay gone for a period of time, and then I return. Always a different body, but always the same spirit.
Well,
in the ancient text, what I am was referred to as a Revenatoros. I believe in your common tongue, it's referred to as a revenant. At least that's what the pointy one with all the shiny jewelry called me.
Yeah, Taddy's just inching closer as we talk here, because I'd still think this guy should come down.
I'm going to ask any of our intelligent arcana magic people if they know anything about a revenant.
If you are proficient with history, your character automatically knows what a revenant is. It's common. I mean, revenants themselves aren't common, but the lore surrounding them is common enough that if you're proficient with history, you know what a revenant is. And it's basically when a mortal being is wronged in death, they come back as a revenant, and their sole purpose is to find the being that wronged them and kill them. And they will only pass on once that job is completed. And if they are killed before they complete the job, there's a period of time where they travel through hell or whatever and find another body, and then they are reborn in a new body, still a revenant, still with the singular purpose.
Well, I'm not proficient in history, so
I would explain that if no one else is proficient.
Gal would be taking many notes.
But we are at 11:01, so that is where we will stop for tonight. As Taddy just gets up and reaches for the first wrist.
All right. That's what I was hoping for.
But I think that's a good time to stop. That'll give you guys a week to think of any questions you might want to ask or anything like that. And we will pick it back up here next week. As we I say kind of because if you read the Strahd manual, forget it, because that's not what's happening here. But we are dipping our toes in the world of Curse of Strahd. Just dipping. But thanks everybody for coming to watch the stream. We always appreciate you. Make sure you tune in next week for more Waters of the Deep. And goodbye, everybody.
Bye.